right, let me just be completely honest with you. There is no perfect workout routine. You know what is, though? A real workout routine? Training 3 to 5 times a week with at least 2 rest days. Because you need to be training at least 3 to 5 times a week to even see minimum to maximum growth. 3 times minimum, 5 times max with at least 2 rest days. Because you need to have your body recover after all of that training. What I like to do personally is literally just upper lower split. Upper Monday, lower Tuesday, upper Wednesday, lower Thursday, maybe go Friday, or I'll just take Friday through Sunday off, right? But at least you do Monday through Thursday. That's 4 days, between 3 to 5. 4 to 5 is really the sweet spot, though, in my personal opinion. That way you're hitting the muscle groups at least evenly. You hit upper twice a week, lower twice a week. Hey, that's 4, even number, right? To get equal amount of training so, one doesn't feel, underutilized or not as important. But there is no perfect training program. Like when people try to be like, yeah, this is the perfect training. No, it's not. Look at these influencers. Look what they do. And this isn't me hating by any means. I don't want this to sound like I'm hating on influencers. But usually influencers are full of shit. Like, it's just that. They charge these high prices. There's only few that you should ever buy expensive courses from. And this is the thing. I will always say this too. At some point when I start selling, courses, I don't want the course to feel like a course. You might be thinking, Blake, what the hell does that mean? What do you mean? How can a course not feel like a course? A course is supposed to be real value that you're going to get for the time that you dedicate to it, which means I'm not wasting your time. You're not wasting my time. I'm going to hold you accountable for everything that's in this course, that's in this program. I'm going to make sure I check in with you. We're going to have deep conversations to make sure you're on the right track. A lot of people that sell courses do not actually give a shit. You know why? Because they don't even follow up with you. They don't check up with you. They'll just want you, they'll just hard sell too. That's another thing. They hard sell. They hard sell too hard, where it seems like it's desperate. And that's not the energy I like to bring. Like that's a weird energy. Like you don't want that. That's what most people want, because as humans, we don't like necessarily being told what to do. If you ever realized that, like, you have to try to put it in a way to where you persuade someone so they want to do it for themselves instead of you trying to force them to do it for you. And we're young adults. We're young men. I shouldn't have to force anybody to do anything, right? Like, that's too much. That is way too much unnecessary effort that it's just a waste of time. Time is the most valuable asset, guys. Y'all know that. I believe y'all should know that. And if you don't, now you know. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. You never want to be in the situation where you don't feel like you're getting the right value, where they're just not going deeply into things with you or not answering all your questions or not taking the time with you. It's like there's so much more to these courses that, especially when it first started coming out and that became the first popular thing, that's what a lot of these gurus do not tell you, man. They make a lot of their money in funding the lifestyle, even if it's rented, right? Just being able to rent said things in this lifestyle era of social media that is actually rented and not, like they can maintain it all the time. If it's just rented, then it's kind of just like they're making all that excess money off courses, right? But it's not the good way, because they don't earn trust. They don't earn respect. They don't. Like, I don't remember. I can remember the guy's face, but I can't remember his name. But yeah, I think he had like a Bitcoin scandal or something, man. And it bit him right in the behind, like not too long after. I forgot what the dude's name was. And it's just one of those things. I'm like, bro, that's too much going on, So there really is no perfect, and it's for the workouts. There's no perfect workout. Same with the diet. There's no perfect diet. All you got to make sure is that you hit your macro and micros, which is literally just macro is big, micro is small. It really just comes down to proportions and portion sizes when it comes to the protein, the carbs, because you can eat carbs, but the main thing is try to hit the protein goal. And whatever it is, you can eat broccoli, chicken, baked or grilled chicken, obviously not fried because that's too much grease. You could eat watermelons, they're good in fruits and nutrients. You have watermelons, pineapples, avocados, cucumbers, tomatoes. Like, you have so many variable options, and you can kind of play with it and mess with it to see what you like, and then just come up with certain meals from there. You know, I still, this is subjective, but I still believe to hit the calories, you got to eat between 3 to 6 times a day. I know that's what a lot of the bodybuilders do, you know, but really, you don't always have to eat it. You could eat a high protein meal in one sitting within the first meal or two. You know, if you're not eating that much protein in one meal, then yeah, you're gonna have to stretch that thing out to 4 to 6. But other than that, you could eat, you know, good 3 to 4 times a day. And that could be anything, you know, whether you cook it, warm it up, whatnot, as long as you're getting the calories, but specifically the protein. Over time, the calories won't even matter as much. It really would just be making sure you're hitting the protein so you can, you know, rebuild the muscles, obviously resting and recovering so you don't, you know, work backwards and your body didn't have enough time to recover. So you're just putting more unnecessary stress on it and you wonder why you're not seeing growth. Resting is important because I used to not rest. I used to underestimate how important that is. You know what I mean? So at this point, it's kind of just focusing on that, doing that. If you have any questions about specific workouts, I mean, I have a couple workout videos for upper and lower that I do at home. I will make a new upcoming videos about what I do in the gym and probably post and film what I do in the gym just to kind of show y'all what type of workouts I do for upper and lower. If you want to know deeply, let me know down below, especially the food that I eat on a regular. You can also ask me in the comments. I'm gonna get back to you within the next 24 hours. You know, I always gonna respond quick because I want to make sure that y'all get as much value as y'all can. You know, if this resonated with y'all, make sure you comment down below any other future videos you may want to see within fitness or anything that seems interest of, you know, talking about or sharing my thoughts and opinions on. If you know someone who needs to see this video and thinks that, you know, they have to have the perfect diet or the perfect workout, share this video with them. Hopefully I can steer them in a better direction to where they don't have to worry too much about it and they can kind of just do some, you know, simple research for what their goals are and implement it that way. But until next time, I'm going to see all y'all on the next one. Oh, last but not least, obviously, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn the post notifications so you get notified every single time I drop a video. So until then, peace.